Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiya Ma Amritat. When we look at heaven and hell, sometimes they look like the same place. And in fact, there was someone who visited both heaven and hell. And he went to both places and he said, they look so similar. If you look at the things they had the best food, all the kinds of food that you can think of, the best atmosphere, all the comforts, all the luxury, everything was in heaven, everything was in hell. And he said, that's funny. How come it's the same? Then he looks at the people in heaven and the people in hell. When he saw the people in hell, they were emaciated. They were very skinny, very thin, very pale. And when he saw the people in heaven, they were well nourished, well built. They looked very jolly and happy, and they looked fresh. And he said, that's really odd. Then again, he looked at the people in hell, and it so happened that their hands were like iron rods. They were straight. They couldn't bend them. And when he looked at the people in heaven had the same straight rod arms. They couldn't bend them. And I know you all know the story. You've all heard of it when you were children. What was the difference between hell and heaven? Same things. People, both their arms were straight like this. But the people in hell just looked very down and pale and emaciated. And the people of heaven looked very beautiful and nourished and fresh. It is because the people in hell, they had everything, but they didn't want to feed each other. They had everything, but they didn't want to feed each other, and they couldn't feed themselves because they couldn't bend their arms. But the people in heaven, their arms were straight. They couldn't feed themselves, but they fed each other. And they started feeding each other and feeding each other and feeding each other. And that's how they were so well nourished. What happens to us is we're in the same environment, in the same area. The place is not heaven or hell. It's the mind which makes heaven or hell. The people who have this hellish mind are the ones that have everything, but are so afraid to give. They want to hoard everything. They want to keep everything to themselves. And as a result, even if they have so many things, they're so scared that they might lose it. They're so scared that someone might take it away. They spend all their time in yoga and kshema trying to protect it so that nobody else can touch it. And they spend their lives doing this, and that's why they're so stressed and so tensed, and they go through so much anxiety. But the ones who have a heaven state of mind, they have the same things, but they're free. They're open. They share. If you want to take. Here's everything I have, and this is not for just me. It's for you too. And in their spirit of giving, in their spirit of generosity, in their spirit of reaching out, they too are given to. They too are fed, and they too are nourished. And not a single day do they worry, because they know that's just the law of Bhagavan. That when you open your arms to give, Bhagavan will take care of you. The ones who have a hellish state of mind, they carry their yoga and kshema upon their own heads. Yoga means that faculty or that wanting to acquire. Kshema, that wanting to protect everything that I acquire. The ones who have a hellish state of mind, They carry their yoga and kshema by themselves. So even if they have everything, they're so stressed. They're so tensed about it. The ones who have a heavenly state of mind, guess who carries their yoga and kshema? Bhagavan does. God does. So they're ever relaxed. They don't have to worry one moment because they've given their lives to giving. And therefore, Bhagavan takes responsibility of whatever needs to be acquired and whatever needs to be protected. So when we look at heaven and we look at hell, really, outside, we're all in the same place. But we don't live, unfortunately, we don't live where our bodies are. We live where our minds are. We always live where our minds are. So it doesn't matter what's in front of you, what's around you, who's beside you. You're not living where your physical body is. You're living where your mind is. The question is your mind in hell or is it in heaven? Is it bent on taking, protecting, hoarding? Or is it bent on giving? Is it bent on carrying its own burden? Or is it bent on surrender? Where you live is really up to you. The ones who live in heaven or have a heavenly state of mind, those are the ones who are free. So when we contemplate on this mantra, think about being free and having that heavenly state of mind. We'll start with 3 ohms. Relax your body, relax your feet, ankles, relax your legs, knees, relax your thighs, your legs, relax your hips, stomach, chest, and your heart center. Relax your lower back and your upper back. Relax your shoulders, arms, your hands. Relax your neck, your face, your forehead, and the tip of your head. And relax your whole entire body. Just let everything go. Now is the time for you and you alone. Relax all the way from the tip of the head down to the feet. Just relax. 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 Inhale heaven and exhale hell. Inhale, a heavenly state of mind. Exhale, a hellish state of mind. Inhale, a heavenly state of mind. Exhale, a hellish state of mind.